What's up everyone, back for another beer mail, and today I'll be unboxing a beer mail courtesy of a viewer of the channel, Sierra Hotel, so huge thanks to him for all of these goodies here in front of you. Where to begin? So he sent me a message before this arrived and said that he packed it extremely well, and let me tell you, this was the best packed beer mail I have ever received, hands down. It came in a huge box, and then there was a smaller box inside that box. And then inside the smaller box were these 5 boxes, but they were all packed in a crap ton of scented garbage bags, a lot of like bubble wrap and other stuff going on. It literally took me 35 minutes just to get to where we are right now. So instead of having like an hour-long unboxing, I basically unboxed 75% of the beer mail, but all the beers are still in bubble wrap. I didn't look at any of them. I just made it easier. So this is like, a 20, 25, 30-minute video instead of an hour-long video. But great job by him on the packing here. And yeah, I don't know what to say other than a huge thank you to Sierra Hotel for these beers. Each one of these boxes they have 3 beers in each of them, so 15 beers in total. I kind of know what's in these boxes to some extent, but we'll talk about that as I unbox the rest of this. So let's talk a little bit how this beer mail came to fruition. So I'm just going to move these out of sight here, and I'm just going to take them all out of the box. So as you can see, I don't know what they are because they're still in bubble wrap, but I got to the point where there's nothing but the beers in these boxes because I'm telling you, it would have been crazy and taken me way too long to unbox them otherwise. But he left an awesome comment a couple weeks ago on the review I did of Russian River's Mind Circus Hazy IPA. And he talked about that in the video, I mentioned the Monkish Brewing Company, and despite living about 20 minutes away from the brewery, he has never been there, and he didn't even really know about them. So he was like, I'm going to go take a trip, see how their beers are, and he did, and he loved them. I also mentioned Green Cheek and North Park in the comments, and he went and checked out Green Cheek, loved them as well. So he was like, hey, I want to share some of these local goodies with you. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, it totally is. So before that, he was drinking mostly, when it comes to like hazy IPAs, like from your bigger breweries like Firestone Walker and Stone and so on and so forth. So Monkish kind of opened his eyes to like what the style could really be. And these are so hard to get through. Like I cut them open and they're still really tough, these boxes specifically. These Modelo Chelada, and then there's another Modelo box right here. Pretty hilarious. But yeah, I mean, once you try something like Monkish or Other Half or, Fidens or Treehouse or something like that, and you compare it to a bigger brewery, you kind of know right from the get. I mean, look, this is insane. You kind of know, the difference between the quality, small hand batched, New England style IPAs compared to the bigger boys. But yeah, anyway, he said he was going to fire off some, I think, Monkish, some Green Cheek, and then he said he had some Helles lagers he wanted me to try, including, and did I just put it in there? I didn't even mention that when I was doing it, did I? Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, so I don't know why I even threw that in there. I thought I was going to talk about it, but Augustiner Brau, Munich's oldest brewery, Edelstoff Premium Lager. He did throw in the Helles. So I think that's awesome because I can't get Augustiner here. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly go through all these. And hope, you know what I'm going to do, though? I'm going to put a couple boxes over here because I'm going to keep this. I'm going to go a couple boxes over here, and we're going to throw the rubber bands and all the bubble wrap and everything. Oh, not only that, but this might be like a 30, 35, 40-minute things. I want to reuse these, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I'm just going to use these as probably, just filler in beer mails. So we have here, is this the, dude, this is double wrapped and insane. This is insane to a level that I can't even begin to understand. But he made sure these did not break whatsoever, and if they would have broken at all, any bottles, like somebody would have had to throw the beer mail like against the wall multiple times. So this is Augustiner Brau's Munich Edelstoff. So this is their 5.7%. Is this just like their Helles? Is this what this is? I don't know. We don't get much here, so I have never really seen them, but yeah, definitely a Munich beer, and that's awesome. Like I said, can't get that here, so I cannot wait to get into it. Next, I'm gonna try, I guess, to open up all the bottles first. Makes the most sense, I guess, because I kind of know what the cans are. Like I said, I think it's a mixture of monkish along with, I think it's a mixture of monkish along, now, you know what? He might have just sent me a 6-pack of the Augustiner. And if he did, that's awesome, because that'll be a drinking beer that I will enjoy. Oh, I kind of got messed up. And I think that's what he might have done here. So yeah, I think we got another one. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on. I think there's a 6-pack of that. And if so, I'm all about it. So maybe I'll have to share this with some of my local friends, like the boys over at FLX Beer Reviews, Dan and Mike. Maybe we'll give them a couple cans and let them review or just drink it or whatever. Always about sharing the wealth. That's the whole reason you share beers with one another and you know, get extras and stuff, is to share the wealth. Unless it's a great beer, and then you're just like, I want to drink them all. So yeah, so this is, I mean, you could definitely fast forward. This is just me opening up a bunch of Augustiner Hellas's. That's what this is, and I'm super happy about it. Is there a date on here? I don't see a date anywhere. Oh yeah, there's a lot number. I'll have to see what that lot number means. Even if they're not super fresh, it's like I said, you can't even get them here. So, all right, that's a can. That's a bottle. Yeah, so we're just gonna get through all of these Augustiners because it's the easiest thing to do. I'm telling you, this is the craziest beer mail I've ever had in terms of packing. Like, he made sure these were not leaking. These were not gonna break. He just on top of it. As you can see, I'm like ripping through like 18 different layers to just get the beer out. Trying to get the beer out, that is. Putting in a workout right now on camera. Another one. Okay, so that is a can. This is another bottle. So we should have 2 more of them. And then, like I said, I don't know if he included, I forgot to take off. You got to take off the rubber bands. If you're still here, like watching me struggle through this, A, why? Why would you still be here? Why would you not fast forward? Maybe you like to see me struggle through this. B, you're crazy. Definitely crazy, 100%, but I'm crazy too, so okay, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And that's all I really got for you. As I said, there's going to be 6 of these, I would assume, and that's what we're doing. I'm trying to be gentle, but also not too gentle, because you want to get into these. So I can't believe he sent me an entire 6-pack. That's so cool, especially of a beer that I cannot get locally. Got another bottle. Is this the last bottle? I think this is the last bottle. So like I said, I think there's 6 of those, and then I think he said 8 other cans of bottles, but there's 15, so I don't know what I think the last one was a big bottle. So maybe that's something different that I've never had before as well. I mean, the sheer amount of packing supplies, I will not ever run out based on what's happening right here. All right, so that is the 6th and last. These probably aren't even on camera. I'll get them on camera at the end. That is insane to me right there. But thank you for the whole 6-pack. I would put them in the thing, but I don't want to make this any longer. Now, this is the other. So this is the big bottle. When I was unpacking, I was like, oh, that's a big bottle. So we're going to see what this big bottle is all about. I'm going to move this out of the way and get another box here to take care of all that later on. But this is a big bottle. I don't know what this big bottle is, but I'm curious to find out. So, now he did say that if everything survives and it's okay, he'll go a little bit lighter next time when he sends out a beer mail. And my advice would be, yes. While this is fantastic and, you know, something that's really, like the beer mail is fantastic and you want it to survive, you probably don't need to do as much as you did. Just make sure, the key thing what people don't understand when it comes to beer mails is make sure they're not moving. You want to make sure none of the beers are moving. That's the key thing. Oh, a Russian River beer. So this is a Velvet Glow. They're a pale dry beer, bottled on 3/16/23, so just over 3 months old. And what is it? Oh, so this is the other beer that they brew for the Grace family, or to pay homage to Grace family. It's just a Helles style lager. That is awesome. So he sent me not only all the Augustiner beers, but then he sent me a Helles from Russian River. That is pretty damn cool. You know what we're going to start doing now? Since now I have room, we're going to start moving everything and putting it where it needs to be. So I'm probably just going to do something like this for the... Nah, you know what? I can't, because then I'm not going to have any room. We'll just leave this over here, and at the end we'll do the... I'll be able to get stuff for the thumbnail and whatnot. Like, you guys don't care about that. I mean, I do for, like, the thumbnail. Sure, I'm not a huge thumbnail person when it comes to beer reviews and whatnot, but, you know, it is what it is. What's the best way to get into this? I guess just rip layers, right? Like I said, double baggied, triple baggied, quadruple baggied. Yeah, this is gonna be a long one. Strap in, my friends. Strap in, or just wait to the end and then you can see me go over everything. Man, this is all taped up and stuff. Success. Success, I'm in here, success. So what do we got here? All right, so we have from Green Cheek, we have their Helles style lager. So all Helleses so far, which I think is pretty fantastic. All Helleses. Green Cheek, and this is from 5/25, so like 3 weeks old right now. Awesome. Can't wait to see what that one's all about. I've never had like a lager from Green Cheek off the top of my head, I don't think. I've pretty much had hazies from them, so that's going to be fun to kind of get into for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely 100%. Well, I could have, you know what, now I can't save it, but I could have saved it. But yeah, all this is going to be reused. There's no way this is going to waste because this is a valuable packing material, no doubt. It's crazy. It's crazy how well packed these are. It's insane. Like, you get through one layer and then there's another. It's, like I said, best packed beer mail I've ever had. Not even close. Oh, I see, this is like a plastic. Okay, so next we have from Monkish. Their Life is Foggiest. So I've seen a lot of folks on my Untappd check this in and say, this is the best batch. It's a triple dry hopped IPA. 7% ABV, and this was canned on June 6th, and it says sick ass foo. Yeah, I cannot wait to get into this one for sure. A little bit of dents. Good thing it didn't, you know, there's some dents in it and whatnot. So even him, you know, packing as well as he could, there's still some dents, but that is awesome. It's always, now we're gonna start doing this because I got a little bit of room. We're gonna start moving this around. We'll put this in the middle here. Got this, all right? A couple over here like this maybe. And then a couple behind it. Something like this so far, right? I think that looks cool. Probably the logos are all sideways and shit. I don't really care. And we'll put the Green Cheeks on, one on each side of me, and then we'll start opening up the rest of these. So, how's everybody doing out there? You guys doing all right? It's finally summer, and as soon as summer hits, of course, the crazy weather hits. I know some of you in the Southwest and down like Texas, you're dealing with it. It's rough. Up here, not as rough, but today it was like 85. Definitely perfect drinking weather for all of these Helles lagers. This is crazy, man. You know, people say they like to see folks struggle with the beer mails. This is one of those times. But let me just tell you, the struggle is definitely real for me. Super real. Maybe even, dare I say, too real as we speak. I was worried this was going to be an hour video, and it still might be based on the fact that I can't get into these beers. Whatever. You know, if it's a 30-minute video and people watch, 4 minutes of it, cool. Nah, I don't expect you to watch everything all the way through. That's how it is. It's YouTube, right? Okay, so next we have from Green Cheek their Pop Quiz Kid, and this is a double dry hopped hazy triple IPA. 10.3% alcohol by volume. Looks like it was canned on May 16th, so just over a month old. That's a cool label. I like that. That's a really cool label. Sweet. Thank you. Like I said, when it comes to Green Cheek, I've had mostly things like that, and they've been really good. So to be able to try some more, I'm super pumped. Same thing with Monkish. You know, I've only had a handful of Monkish beers in my life, and I've reviewed some of them, and they just, what I love about the West Coast hazy producers like Monkish, like Green Sheik, like North Park, I just love that. To me, a lot of times I get more bitterness than I get from a lot of the East Coast New England IPA producers, hazy IPA producers, and I kind of want that nowadays. I want that bitterness, you know, that dryness. I don't want just straight on juice. I mean, I like it; it's nice, but like I want bitterness. Otherwise they lean too sweet. And when you're drinking like that, that's 10.3%. I don't want that to be super sweet. No, it's gonna be tough to put back, you know. And you know, it's big, and sometimes they're boozy and whatnot. So, you know, it is what it is. Oh, atomically. Not bomb atomically, but atomically from Monkish. I'm really excited about this one. I love the hip-hop references from Monkish, but this is a 8.3% double IPA, and this was canned on June 7th, so a couple weeks ago. Awesome label, too. Awesome label. Yeah. I'm super excited. Let's just say it. I'm super excited. So there should be, by my count, there should be 2 more Green Sheik and 2 more Monkish. He sent me a picture, and it had 8 beers, 4 Monkish, 4 Green Sheik, and then he said he was throwing in the other Hellas lagers. So I can't believe he sent me a whole 6-pack of Augustiner. Like, I'd assume I'm going to enjoy it. And the fact that I have some extras just to drink like off camera, and what is it, 5.7? Yeah, that's fine. Pumped up. I'm so pumped up. All right, we got another one here. This is a Green Sheik. This is their Here We Are. Oh, whoa, hang on now, hang on. This is a completely different style than I'm accustomed to for Green Sheik. This is their Belgian style, a white ale, so a Vitbia. And this is brewed with California oranges and coriander. And ABV, 5%. And this was canned on 6-something. It's smeared, so less than a month old, less than like 3 weeks old probably. So that's cool. A Belgian Vit beer from Green Sheik. That's like, listen, there's a lot of fantastic beer in front of me. I might be the most excited. I know, let's say I'm probably not the most excited for that, but I'm very curious to see a Belgian style Vit beer from Green Sheik and how well it is brewed, and you know, to style and everything. Should probably get another box over here because I'm starting to run out of room, and when you run out of room, shit starts going everywhere. So, all right, next, what do we got? Another Green Sheik beer. I can see through the 8 layers. I say that tongue in cheek, of course. Like I said, I'll never complain about somebody packing a beer mail extremely well. Sending beer mails aren't cheap, okay? Both from the beer itself in a pack, or in the box, and then like the actual packing. I mean, he sent 4 from Monkish and 4 from Green Sheik. Let's just say a 4-pack from Monkish on average is probably like $24. Same thing Green Sheik. So let's say $50, right? Then he threw in a 6-pack of Augustiner and the Russian River beer. Let's say he probably spent somewhere around close to $80, right? The beer mail itself, I don't know what he spent on it, but I know beer mails are expensive. So let's say he spent another $30, $40 on the beer mail. You just sent $120 worth of stuff out. You sure as shit want everything to survive. I mean, I do. He does. And so, you know, the extra packing is usually a good thing. Now, for YouTube videos, does it make it a good thing? Some people like it, some people don't. That's why you can, you know, always skip forward, because you don't have to sit here and watch everything. But this one is There Is No Why, a double dry hopped California IPA with a Nelson CGX and Strata CGX. I don't know what CGX is. It's trademarked. I had some kind of Crosby hops. Is that from? It's brewed with buds from Crosby hops. So it must be like the proprietary Crosby hops, Nelson and Strata. It comes in at 7.2%, and this one is like 2 weeks old. Awesome. That's another cool ass label. I just like Green Sheik's kind of art. I don't know. Reminds me of like cartoons, and I enjoy that. The kid in me, anyway, enjoys that. So next we have a Monkish beer. I would assume, based on what he sent, 2 more Monkish beers, and We will get to it. Now, the reason why I'm not using my cheap box cutter is a lot of you know, and some of you may not know, but you know, I'm on a pretty heavy-duty blood thinner called Coumadin. It's also known as warfarin because I had my aortic valve replaced in 2021. So I would prefer not to potentially cut myself on camera or off camera or at any point in time in the near future. So that's why I'm just ripping these open as opposed to doing the box cutter, because if I do slip and cut myself, it's a little bit more than just a boo-boo. It could be some serious shit going down. So trying to avoid that, you know. If it takes me a little extra to get into each of these beers, and then so be it, right? Like, not the end of the world. Like I said, technology's at your fingertips. Wish I had some kind of crazy technology to open these up. This is insane. Oh, shout out to the sirens going by. Hopefully everything's cool. All right, so we have another monkish beer here. Brainwave Swell. This is a double dry hopped IPA, 7.3%, and just over a month old. That's cool. Really like, I mean, that's a sharp logo. Or can art, I guess you would say. And last but not least, we have the final beer. Pretty sure it's a monkish beer. And we will see what's going on here. The beauty is that everything survived. That's the key thing, right? Everything survived. He was kind of worried about it, and I told him, you know, I opened everything up. Ooh. That actually might be close by. Hopefully everything's cool. Surprised that's the first time I did that. All right, so the last beer we have from Monkish is their Pool. So this is a double dry hopped double IPA, 8.7% alcohol by volume, and this one was canned on 5/24, so about 3.5 weeks old. Not too bad. And not too bad, I mean, that's awesome. So, as you can see, I have 10 unique beers in front of me, but we have, you know, a lot of beers here. There's a lot of beers. You got 4 cans. You got, and from each Green Cheek and Monkish, we got a full 6-pack of Augustiners. I think that's their Helles. It could be, is it their Helles though? Edelstoff, I don't know. I think this is their Helles though. Pretty sure. Again, I will make sure to check it off. No, is Edelstoff, is this Edelstoff, is that a brewery as well? Might be a, this might be a collab, right? Edelstoff? Ring a bell. I don't know. I'll have to check that one out. But anyway, Augustiner, Russian River, 4 Monkish, 4 Green Cheek. You have 8 beers that are unique from Green Cheek and Monkish. I have 1 unique beer from Augustiner and Edelstoff, and then we have the Russian River beer. So I have my work cut out for me, 10 unique beers. I will definitely be posting reviews of these beers over the next month or so. I'll try to get to them as quick as possible. I'll probably go with the hop forward stuff before everything else, just so I can get to it fresher. But I can't thank you enough, Sierra Hotel, for all of these beers. It was a kind of, I don't know, an adventure unboxing everything. But for the most part, I'm super excited. I'm sure you're super excited everything made it through. And I would just say you did ask me for advice on the next beer mail, or like next time I would definitely dial back a little bit, probably not triple wrap everything. Like I said, as long as everything's not moving and you have a little bit of padding, you should be fine. I've had some crazy beer mails that like look like the box was destroyed, but I have not, knocked on wood, had a single beer yet break on me or rupture as I sent it out. And I've sent, you know, probably 50, 60 beer mails, maybe even closer to 100 in my life. So it's just all about making sure that nothing is moving and nothing can get punctured easily. So yeah, anyway, I don't know how long this is, if it's a half an hour long, whatever the case may be. Hopefully, if you watch this entire thing, post in the comment section and just say something like, Joe, you got to be a little quicker, because I know I took a while, but it is what it is. So this is crazy. Like I said, it's always lost on me when people send me stuff, but like a beer mail like this is just absurd in the best way possible. I can't thank you enough for hooking me up for this, or hooking me up with all this. I'm flustered. I'm flustered. Like I see all these beers, I'm just I just can't process anything right now that's happening. So what I'm going to go do is throw all these in the fridge and maybe review one. Probably not tonight, but maybe tomorrow. But anyway, huge thanks to everybody stopping by for another beer mail unboxing here on the Beer Patrol. Thanks to Sierra Hotel. Until the next one, I'm going to shut this down because no more talking for me. Cheers.